Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this first lesson of our course on European citizenship education. In this course, we will explore together what it means to be a European citizen. We will discover the values and the ideas of the European founders of the European Union, who made this status possible with the strength of their vision. We will also examine the rights and responsibility that come with this status, and we will discuss how it will be possible to transmit this knowledge in our schools, helping our students understand and actively engage in European citizenship. But before we dive into these topics, it is important to get to know the program that made this 3-year journey possible. It is the Erasmus+. In particular, the Jean Monnet Action that funds our project and provides us with the opportunity to experience and share educational, training, and collaborative activities in a European context. Now I will start my lesson sharing with you the screen and presenting you this PowerPoint. Our lesson, as I told you, is focused on Erasmus Plus that open pathways to European citizenship. We will start from the story behind the name Erasmus. We have to know that the Erasmus program is named after Desiderius Erasmus of Rotterdam. And he was important because his life was a European life in his time. He was a Dutch humanist, a scholar, a philosopher, but his work was made possible through the belonging to Europe, not only to his country, because he traveled a lot, he studied, he taught, and he exchanged ideas in Europe territories. His life and work was also important because he embodied values and culture and a cultural vision that belongs to Europe. So his life and work was inspired by the very principle that the program seeks to promote: the cultural exchange, the international dialogue, the openness, and the tolerance. But there is also another reason after this name, because the name is also an acronym. In the very beginning of the program, it was related to the mobility of the university students, so the name recalls the acronym European Region Action Scheme for the Mobility of University Students. So this dual reference connects the intellectual legacy of Erasmus, a figure who championed knowledge and cooperation beyond borders, with the modern mission of the program, that is to encourage mobility, enrich learning experiences, strengthen cooperation among students, among educators, among institutions in Europe and beyond. So what is the Erasmus Plus program? It is a program for education, training, youth, and sport. It is a program that supports mobility and cooperation projects across Europe and beyond. So it started in 1987, and it started with the fundings for the university students. Primarily, it was aimed at university students. For the first time, with the Erasmus Plus program, young people could spend a study period abroad with the full academic recognition from their home university. This marked a turning point in higher education because with the Erasmus Plus, Europe opens doors to greater cultural exchange and academic cooperation across its territories. But in 2014, this program changed its name. It became Erasmus Plus. So this expansion was an expansion of borders also for people that can be involved in the fundings, in the projects, in the fundings of the projects. In fact, with these expansions, opportunity grew beyond higher education. The programs began to include school pupils, trainers, educators, teachers, youth workers, professionals, organizations, so different fields. Today, the Erasmus Plus offers a wide range of opportunities for learning, for training, for teaching, for volunteering, and for cooperation. And nowadays, it is a program very inclusive and impactful. It is also structured around a multi-annual funding cycle. So there is Erasmus Plus program each 7 years. The ones in which we are involved now was started in 2021 and will end in 2027. About what are the objectives of Erasmus Plus? First of all, promote learning mobility, as it was from the very beginning, the mobility for individuals across Europe and beyond. Another important aim is to foster cooperation and partnership. Partnership between educational institutions, between organizations and businesses. The Erasmus Plus has also focused on innovation. Innovation in education, in training, in youth, in sport. And this aim is able to create a territory, a European territory, that is open to the future, able to face the future challenges. Another important aim in Erasmus Plus program is the inclusion. The inclusion, the respect of diversity, and the equal opportunities. A lot of projects are inspired to this objective in order to create a territory that has that is able to give equal opportunities for all the people of all the European people. Of course, an objective of the Erasmus Plus is to strengthen the European identity and also to strengthen an active citizenship. We have to know that particularly the Hegemony action is focused on the European identity, supporting study research project on the European dimension. Sometimes we find in Erasmus Plus project some non-European countries. So I was thinking that could be useful for you it could be useful for you to better know why non-European countries can be involved sometimes in Erasmus Plus project. Of course, the goal, the vision that is under this decision is to foster international cooperation. And is the idea of the cultural academic exchange that is full of opportunities. Also, if opened beyond the European border. So this is the principal aim. The Erasmus Plus facilitates the mobility of students, of teachers, of staff between European higher education institutions and other partner countries. Students can study or undertake internship abroad while teacher and staff can teach and also receive training in non-European country and vice versa. This partnership aim to foster transnational cooperation among different organizations. So the vision that inspired Erasmus Plus is a vision of openness, of enlarging borders, of enrichment through the exchanging. And the main goal is so to support international cooperation in order to reduce inequalities, to promote inclusion, to encourage also sustainable development, because we are all interconnected. So this vision of interconnection is under the decision of funding project openness also to non-European countries. Participation in Erasmus Plus project with non-European countries offer numerous advantages, including personal and cultural growth, also the improving of language and professional skills, and the development of open-mindedness and the creation of international networks. There are specific funds supporting this project opened to non-European country, and the vision is the one that I told you. A particular field of the Erasmus Plus is the school sector. The school sector is very important because in this sector Erasmus Plus provides mobility opportunities for students, for teachers, and in this way Erasmus Plus foster intercultural and language skills and encouraged innovative teaching methods. So also in schools, like the very beginning of and the very future of the societies, Erasmus Plus is investing its fundings in order also to promote international cooperation. It supports school partnership across countries, and it's able to offer exchange of best practices in order to build a European community, a European educational community. Of course, there is always the aim of supporting inclusion and diversity, and in order to have a social inclusion and equal access to education. And the fundings of Erasmus Plus in schools, they have also the aim of strengthen the European dimension, to give awareness about the common European roots, the common European belonging, and also to educate responsible global citizens. Something that we have to know about Erasmus Plus is that it is divided in 4 sections named actions. The first action is the one of the very beginning, so the learning mobility of individuals, and it is able to give funds to give opportunities for students, teachers, staff, and youth workers to study, train, teach, and volunteer abroad. So when we speak about K Action 1, we have to remember the word learning mobility of individual. And when we speak about K Action 2, we are speaking about another section of the Erasmus Plus, the one that would like to fund a project on cooperation among organizations and institutions. So the keyword is cooperation in K Action 2. Here we will find projects with partnerships that will exchange good practices, capacity building, and a project of collaborative skills, able to enhance collaborative skills between schools, universities, NGOs, and enterprises. K Action 3 is the section of the projects related to the policy development and the cooperation related to the belonging to the territories and the participation in the policy at local, regional, national, and European level. So here we find action to modernize education, training, and youth system, and with the policy dialogue with the policymakers, and in order to promote innovation. Last but not least, there are the Jean Monnet actions that funds our projects. In the Jean Monnet action, we will find all the projects focused on European dimension, teaching, research, and debate, all focused on European Union studies. Now we can have a focus on each of these section actions. The K Action 1. So K Action 1 is the strand of the program that support individual learning mobility. Its core activity is the mobility of university students who can spend a study period at another university, European university, with full academic recognition. In addition, K Action 1 funds mobility and training for teachers and educational staff to gain professional experiences, teach, and receive training abroad. And also it also funds opportunity for young people and policymakers engaged in projects that promote European values, rights, and active citizenship. There are also opportunities for sport coaches and for 18 years old people that will travel and will have cultural exchanges across Europe. Another field is the field related to language learners. There are opportunities mainly via e-learning that making study more flexible and accessible. Now I will give you an example of K-Action 1 funded project. The classic K-Action 1 funded project is the projects related to individual exchanges that allow university students and professors to spend a period of study in another European university. For many European students, this Erasmus program was the first time living and study in another country. And it became a cultural phenomenon and is very popular nowadays all in the whole Europe. So these programs allow students to study and to do exams in other university, but also it gives the opportunity to know another country, another culture, and to feel really European, belonging to several European territories through the studies, through the exchange experience of the study mobility. Now we can say something about the K-Action 2, the K-Action 2. So, the keywords of K-Action 2, as I told you, is collaboration, cooperation. It supports projects that promote, as I told you, cooperation between schools, universities, training educations, organizations, and other stakeholders across Europe. Some partnership aim for excellence, focusing on developing and sharing high-quality practices in education, training, and youth work. These projects help organizations learn from each other. This is the aim, the sense of the exchanges and of the cooperation, to learn from each other, to improve their methods and implement structured strategies that produce improvement in teaching, learning, and overall performance. By encouraging mutual learning, professional development, and capacity building, K-Action 2 contributes to the long-term quality and impact of education across all participating institutions. An example of K-Action 2 funded project is a project, a bilateral project between Italy and Romania that was led by the CM Association that is offering this course too. The name was the School of Cryptography for Young Learners, and it was a develop yourself experience by providing competencies on the fundamentals of cryptography and improving skills of team building and problem solving. Also giving a special attention on the STEM field and related to gender issues and gender balance. This project, of course, also foster awareness, a new renovated awareness on the common European citizenship of the participants. K-Action 3. So, when we speak about K-Action 3, we have to remember the keyword policy, development, and cooperation. So, the project financed by K-Action 3 aim to involve European citizens in the political life and in development of that political life through the dialogue with policymakers, through active citizenship, actions of active citizenship at local, regional, national, and European level. And the focus is on education, on training, on youth and sports, but with the characteristic of the involvement in the political life. An example of K Action 3 funded project is a trilateral project named LAS, Learn, Apply, Spread project. So this project was led by an association named Goose, and it aims to promote alternative narratives on xenophobia, Islamophobia, and racism. It fosters inclusion and respect for fundamental rights. It brings together 40 young people from Italy, Spain, and Tunisia, and it put them in relation with policymakers on the topics of racism, migration, and social cohesion. The 3 steps included a learn phase in which there were shared best practices, a time of application with a transnational event in Spain, and a spread phase with the final event in Italy to present the results of the project. But it was a project on the dialogue with policymakers on racism, on, as I told you, Islamophobia, xenophobia, in order to promote inclusion and the respect of diversity in European territories and beyond. So now we can focus on Gemone Action. The Gemone Action is a European Union initiative that encourage teaching, research, and reflection in the field of European integration studies in research and in the education institutions. These actions are named for Jean Monnet as the chief architect of the European unity. In 1989, the European Commission launched the Jean Monnet Actions to promote excellence in teaching and research in European study worldwide. Since their inception, these actions have focused on higher education institutions. Around 9,000 academics and more than 1,000 universities in around 100 countries have received financial support, enabling them to offer new content on the European Union within their curricula. By fostering contact between academics, researchers, and policymakers, the Jean Monnet Action have stimulated international dialogue and supported policymaking at the national and international level. The goals of the Jean Monnet Action is, first of all, to promote excellence in teaching and research on European Union studies in a worldwide dimension. Another goal is to foster dialogue between the academic work and the policymakers. And also to support the development of modules, chairs, and Center of Excellence in European Studies. Of course, these actions are focused on the research, the innovation, and the networking on Europe-related topics. And they provide opportunity for teachers and researchers to integrate topics on Europe in their curricula. And we can say that the understanding of the European role, the policy, the European policy, and the awareness on European citizenship is one of the most important goals of these actions. In fact, we are here also because our project has this specific topic. Our project is funded by the Hegemony Action because we are focused on, this project is focused on European identity and citizenship. If we know better the Hegemony Action, if we want to know better the Hegemony Action, we have to know that it is divided into three important fields. The first one is the Hegemony Action for higher education. The purpose is to support, in this case, in this section, is to support teaching and research on European Union studies worldwide, addressing Europe as a whole, from both internal and global perspective. The program in this section for higher education seeks to promote active citizenship, European values, and a deeper understanding of the role of Europe in a globalized world. To achieve this goal, there are key activities implemented that are the Hegemony module that offer a short teaching program that provides students with specialized knowledge in European studies. And there are also the Hegemony chairs that are university professorship dedicated to advocacy, expertise, and teaching in European studies. We can find also Hegemony centers of excellence that serve as hubs for sharing knowledge about the Europe and engaging students who might not normally participate in Europe-focused programs. There are also Hegemony networks that are able to bring together institutions and experts to foster thematic cooperation and strengthen debate on policy issues related to the European Union. A second field of the Hegemony action is the ones for designated institutions. There are in Europe territories 7 education, training and research institutions that receive a regular operating grant under Hegemony actions. These designated institutions play a crucial role in pursuing an aim of European interest and European integration. You can see in the slide the name of these 7 institutions, and you will also, if you have time and interest, you can also see that they are spread in different territories all around Europe. Another field of the Hegemony action, the one that is related to our project, is the section for schools and vocational education institutions. This section was opened by the 2021. So that is why we are one of the first networks that is working in this new field of the Gemone action. In fact, from the 2020 first, the Gemone action aim to support the teachers, particularly the teachers in primary, secondary, and vocational education institutions, helping them raise students' awareness of the European Union, understand how it functions, and recognize its impact on everyday life. The program focuses on developing critical understanding of Europe and of the European heritage and contemporaries organization, while promoting professional growth for educators. To achieve these goals, several key initiatives are in place. Jean Monnet teacher training helps institutions that prepare teachers equip their educators to effectively teach about Europe. Learning about the European Union initiatives provide schools and vocational education and training institutions with resources and programs to incorporate European-focused content into their curricula. Finally, the Jean Monnet Network for School and Vocational Education and Training Institutions encourage participation in European-related discussion and foster collaboration with higher education institutions, creating opportunities for knowledge exchange and engagement with European issues. Together, these actions aim to strengthen the quality of European education, to support teachers' professional development, and to inspire young people to engage critically with the European Union. An example of a Jean Monnet action-funded project is our project, the Teacher for Youth Ambassador project. Our project aims to foster a full understanding and adoption of European values and active citizenship among teachers and students. As you know, in our project, there is a study phase that is this one of this course that leads to co-teaching and tutoring for the teachers involved in this project in order to make them able to support students in their path to European active citizenships. Students guided through European values will act as representative of their generation as youth ambassador. And through civic initiative, dialogue with institutions and local projects. So this project is a network of schools that collaborate with higher education institutions in order to offer a new awareness of the common European citizenship to teachers and students of the territories involved, with the purpose to spread this awareness beyond their territories with the communication and dissemination activities. So the final aim is to create a new, to build, to contribute to the growth of a new generation able to build a cohesive and democratic Europe. what are the chances for the students that participate in our project? So they, of course, they will have the opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of how the European Union functions, learning about its institutions, policies, and decision-making processes. They also take on the role of representative of their generation of youth ambassador, engaging in lobbying and advocacy activities that allow them to actively influence discussion and issues that matter to young people. Through collaboration with peers across Europe, participants work on joint projects and campaigns, fostering teamwork, intercultural dialogue, and a sense of shared purpose. This project also helps students develop leadership skills, also to strengthen their ability to work together, to work in teams, to learn from each other, and enhance their intercultural competence. Moreover, taking part in Teacher for Youth Ambassador project allows students to build a professional and international network, gain hands-on experience, and improve their prospects for further study and future careers, combining practical learning with personal growth and active citizenship. But there are also, and at first, teachers involved in the Teacher for Youth Ambassador project. And teachers are the ones that are following this course. So what are the chances open by this project to all the teachers involved in this Teacher for Youth Ambassador project? So teachers participating in this project have the opportunity to expand their understanding, of course, of European institutions, policies, and democratic processes, enhancing their ability to teach this topic effectively. They play a key role in guiding the student as representative of their generation, as youth ambassador, supporting them in lobbying and advocacy activity that bring European issues into a practical, real world context. The project also encourages teachers to collaborate with colleagues across Europe, beyond borders, beyond national borders, designing and implementing joint transnational educational projects that foster innovation and cooperation. Teacher participants receive training also in modern student-centered teaching methods and active pedagogical approaches, helping them to enrich their classroom practice. Additionally, teachers benefit from building an international professional network and contributing meaningful European-focused learning initiatives, which can have a lasting impact on both the students and their own professional development. So we are at the end of our lesson, and I can wish you to go on embracing these opportunities, inspiring your students, and building a brighter, united European future together. Thank you for your attention.